Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of me driving to work. I am your host slash chauffeur, Darkness 30XX of the Black Hood crew, named there in the corner, BHC underscore Darkness 30XX. By all means, like, comment, subscribe, follow along on wherever you're watching this. YouTube, Facebook, Black Hood crew, um, Twitch, Twitter, Steam. Also catch me on TikTok, same name there in the corner. It is Tuesday, today's date, the 14th, December 14th. And Lee, pay attention to what you're doing. Thank you. It is another Tuesday. We are now less than 2 weeks till Christmas. It being not this Saturday, but the following Saturday, December 25th. And for those of you that are still shopping, hey, times are tough. Everything's tough right now. It's getting hard all around to just make ends meet. So if you're not buying gifts, that's fine. Do what you got to do. I did a little bit of shopping, not anything crazy, a couple gifts here and there. Everything's bought. It just needs to be wrapped, really. Wrapping stuff up, putting stuff away, getting ready for that trip. As I go see my kids that day, the 25th, I'll be leaving that Saturday very early in the morning. Because I work the 24th, I'll be at work, my usual Friday shift now. So I'll be leaving Saturday very early in the morning to head up to where my kids live. So I still got a little bit of time to wrap everything up. It take maybe an hour, not even, to wrap all the gifts that are there, probably even less so. I do plan on going this Saturday up there to go see them. I'm taking everybody to go see Spider-Man No Way Home. Very excited about that. I'm definitely going to enjoy it. I enjoyed the other two Spider-Man movies as well as the other 5 before that. As well as Into the Spider-Verse, which if you have not seen Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, shame. Straight shame. Hang your head up, you're done, shame. That movie's absolutely fantastic from beginning to end. And sequel is officially happening. We got a trailer for it. Great trailer. Spider-Man 2 Across. That is the official name for the sequel to Into the Spider-Verse. So, very happy. No Way Home is shaping up to be quite possibly the biggest film of the year. I just read today that it's already sitting at 100% Rotten Tomatoes if you bother to care about Rotten Tomatoes scores. But not for enough to have 100% before the movie's even out is both impressive and sketchy, if you ask me. Simply because, as I stated, the movie's not out yet. So for all we know, the movie could be an absolute pile of garbage. That's true. It could be an absolute pile of garbage, and it's basically just hype exemplified. Now, I could be wrong. The movie could be absolutely fantastic and deserves to be at 100%, as well the award it's probably going to get. But I'd like to reserve my judgment of something till after I've either experienced it, consumed it, whatever it may be. I don't give hype just for hype's sake. If I say something is great, it's because it's great. Simple as that. So yeah, I will go in with hopeful optimism for No Way Home. But given the track record of Spider-Man Homecoming and Spider-Man Far From Home, No Way Home is shaping up to be something of quality, a great film to be had, and it's not even out yet. So, but like I said, I reserve judgment, but I am hopeful, and given the track record, that hope is kind of reinforced here. But yeah, if you definitely have opportunity, go and see it, and let people know. Was it good? Was it bad? Was it okay? Was it a movie that had its moments? Or was it just great from beginning to end? We will see. Next year is going to be wild when it comes to new films coming out. 2022's got a lot of Marvel films coming out. I'm personally excited for Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. Simply because Doctor Strange is a really cool character. But also, from the title and the fact that there are confirmed characters in the film in the form of, obviously, Doctor Strange, as well as Wanda Maximoff, the Scarlet Witch, piggybacking off of WandaVision, as well as Loki, at least the first season of Loki. That movie's shaping up to be the true, I would say, the true, center point when it comes to the idea of the multiverse, at least when it comes to the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Loki introduced the concept of, the sacred timeline, variants, but then turned around and then reestablished the multiverse as it was first introduced in Avengers Endgame, kind of explained by the Sorcerer Supreme, Banner, as Smart Hulk attempted to take from them the Time Stone. So I'm definitely hyped for Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness. A lot of other movies coming out too, but that's the one I'm most hyped for. If you haven't seen those shows, WandaVision, Loki, great shows. Loki it's great for the story it's telling, as well as for the phenomenal acting and writing. It's a little bit of a slow start, but it's definitely worth it. WandaVision is a little bit of a slower start, but again, great acting, great writing, great premise, and by the end of it, you're definitely waiting for more, which we will see again in Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. These trucks and their engines. Can you be any louder? Anyway, so definitely hype for these movies as they come out, the new shows that are coming out as well. If you're not watching it, Hawkeye is running right now on Disney Plus. There are 4 episodes in. More likely than not, they're going to get eight episodes. I don't see this particular show going a second season because the premise behind it is it's limited. Not saying Hawkeye is not a great character, he is, but this is kind of a springboard more than anything else for his eventual sidekick / replacement in the form of Kate Bishop. I definitely see it becoming a thing. That's kind of what they're going for with the show is, the introduction of the reluctant sidekick and maybe even eventual replacement. Don't know if it's going to go that far, but we'll see. Once again, great writing. That's another one. It's got a bit of a slow start, but the cliffhanger of episode 1 it's definitely what's going to keep you want you to keep coming back and seeing more episodes. The cliffhanger of the last episode, which I will not spoil here because I know plenty of people have not seen it, but the cliffhanger episode 4 ties into another Marvel movie that recently came out, which I will not be saying. So yeah, everything's starting to tie together, starting to get this build up of the new characters, new group that's going to be moving forward, as well as storylines as they continue to push forward. I'm definitely hopeful and excited to see where this is going to lead. You can definitely go into the comic book world and kind of, take it as a cheat sheet, even though in many, many, many instances, the MCU has deviated heavily from the comic book universe, from the, say, established origins for certain characters, certain storylines, the effects of certain decisions. They've definitely taken a artistic liberty in making changes from the established comic book canon and moving into the MCU canon, and just it's very different and it's very hard to predict where people are going to go. How certain things are going to progress, how certain things are going to end. But you also have to keep in mind that, as we saw with the initial 3, 4 phases of the Marvel MCU, this takes time. Filming a movie is a process. It takes years, 2, 3 years, depending on the scope of the film, maybe longer. So, yeah, I definitely see, a recurring theme of characters being switched out or ideas kind of revolving in and out, simply because, not for nothing. After you get to a certain point in your career as an actor, there's certain things you just can't do. You just can't get to that point without, putting yourself in an extra, circumstance of danger, or you might not want to be typecast in a particular character, or you want to expand as an actor. And don't get me wrong, the MCU, Marvel, Disney, it's definitely a great opportunity for a lot of actors. Hell, I would love to be in an MCU film, even if it's a cameo. Hey, there I was in the background of so and so film, but eventually you want to move beyond it. This was the case for Robert Downey Jr., who famously played Tony Stark slash Iron Man. Chris Evans fantastically played Steve Rogers, also known as Captain America. But this is definitely something we're going to see more of going forward, is actors, not want to return or not wanting to continue to be these characters, to play these roles, for whatever reason, personal or professional. But I'm all for it, simply because, and this is something they've told in the comic books many times, or is, replacements. Characters who have been killed off or have left for whatever, storyline reason in the comic books, you get their replacement. I wouldn't mind seeing the Riri Williams Ironheart appear in the MCU. I think that would be fantastic. Are there other avenues they could go? Absolutely. Captain America, I mean, they've already found his replacement in the form of Falcon. He is now Captain America. Not only because he carries the shield and, was cast in specifically by Steve Rogers, but, it's happened more in the comic books, and it was definitely the choice of selecting Falcon to be Captain America, to carry the shield, to carry that mantle, to carry the responsibility, the image of being Captain America. The same goes with everyone else. We do have, again, with the Hawkeye show, the introduction of Kate Bishop as a... Oh, they fixed the nice of them. It's only green, but fine by me. Owen. The introduction of Kate Bishop, like I said before, is that introduction of the reluctantly accepted sidekick, partner, what have you, slash eventual replacement. In the comic book universe, Kate Bishop does replace Clint Barton as Hawkeye. Is he still around? In some cases, yes. But his role is diminished in some cases, while she is more of that go-to role, at least in the role of the Avengers. Kate Bishop is Hawkeye. So now we're starting to see that rollover, that replacement team coming in. Hopefully we see more of it, whether it comes in the form of an MCU film or an MCU show that airs on Disney Plus. Either way, I'm here for it, because I absolutely loved what was done in past with the MCU. I've been here since day one. I enjoyed the first Iron Man back in 2008. So I'm not new to this. I'm not naive. I'm not, in the dark about, the concept of the link films, the bonus scenes at the end of credits, showing, a hint or an Easter egg or some sort of calling to what the next film is. I am not a stranger to that concept. So I am here for it. The linking, the jumping of storylines and characters between the movies, the shows, I'm back again. I'm here for it 100% because I've already experienced it and seen what they can do with it. This is what happens when you allow a studio like Marvel hang on to that artistic liberty, that artistic license, and basic just a check as their overlords in the form of Disney. I mean, like I keep explaining it to people, Marvel as a studio still exists in their entirety. It's just that their overhead is no longer, it no longer just stops at Kevin Feige. It goes over his head to Disney, but Disney is basically just there to sign checks. That's it. Disney has no artistic liberties, no artistic license. They basically say, what's the next movie, next show, how much is it going to cost, and then sign the check. That's it. Marvel is running the show. They're the ones, they have their own pool of directors, pool of producers, pool of actors. They have their own talent agency in-house that makes the decisions when it comes to talent. And I love the array. Initially, I thought it was going to be a buyout. Disney was going to come in and, you know, Mickey Mouse is going to stick his grubby little hands where they didn't belong. And I am so happy that Disney, in a moment of clarity, basically looked at the situation and said, Marvel has this fantastic success. They have the writers, they have the directors, they have the producers, they have a winning form. Maybe I shouldn't mess with it. Maybe I should just be there in the form of just the financial back. And that's it. And Disney has been that. And the only thing Disney has to do is sign the checks, and that's all been doing since the first day that they took over in their role as it currently sits, and off for it. I mean, Marvel has a winning formula. Disney's just gotta sign the checks and then reap the benefits. That's it. Like at this point, Disney can print their own money with Mickey Mouse's face on it, knowing it's fully backed by Marvel. And that's not even including the fact that they also own Pixar. Come on. And again, that's a very similar arrangement to Marvel, although Disney has a little bit more pull when it comes to Pixar because they bought it out when Apple sold it way back when. If you don't know that story, Google's hilarious. But Disney has a little bit more pull when it comes to Pixar. But I'm glad it's more of a hands-off, let me just sign the check situation when it comes to Marvel, simply because of what we've seen Marvel do and how much there more that's coming down the pipeline when it comes to the films, the shows, everything else that's going on. I'm here for it. 110%. Marvel, let's go. Give me the next movie. Give me the next show. I'm here for it. I was here before. I've been here since day one. Let's keep it going into the next phase, into the next whatever. Let's go in. Let's get it going. I want to see what's coming next, even beyond what's already slated to be I mean, you know how they usually have, a list of films that are coming out, movies, shows, stuff that's rumored to come out, and they, have a certain time frame, you know, applicable dates, to be announced type situations. I'm here for all of it. I want to see what's coming beyond. Yeah, I'm here for it. Oh boy, here we go. Pulling into the parking lot, and let's see if we can get a nice, decent spot. Right here is good. Right here is good. There we go. So yeah, definitely here. Everything Marvel's got going. As long as Disney stays out of it and just signs checks, I'm all for it. So, yeah. So I've arrived at work, officially parked, hence the loss of the seatbelt, change of the glasses. But I'm here, so I'm going to go ahead and cut out this live stream because obviously it ends when I get to work. So by all means, come back to the channel tomorrow night, 9 p.m. We're going to go ahead and finish Black Mesa. I believe I'm right there at the end. And we'll see how many times it takes me to kill the final boss. Anyway, so by all means, again, follow along. I was your driver / host, Darkness30XX of the Black Hood Crew. By all means, follow along. YouTube, Facebook, at the Black Hood Crew. Go ahead and Google it. I'll show up. Follow along, comment, subscribe, do all of that. Let me know how I'm doing. And let's keep it going. Follow along as well, Twitter, Twitch, Steam, and follow me on TikTok, same name down there below in the corner. And until next time, be excellent to each other. Have a good day.